Button. Ah, right, wait. Second print on going. That'll be plastered in the corner for most of this stream. Then it could be there's something extra. Well, I've got partly a colour scheme for the other mask. There's also something else I need to sort out. That person, but that's a separate matter. Cultivate this goes and go. Boop, boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. We're gonna do the granite to do zero extras. Oh, I did find out one thing recently. Once humans doing another beta test soonish, and I don't know if we'll run through it this time or not. Said anyone who was already previously eligible is eligible again. Means I'm automatically in it again. I think I still have it downloaded. Or client. No. Wait here. No. Yes. Don't know why it's. I don't know why I'm double checking. Its icon has changed. I don't know why. But they're also saying that they're going to do a beta test for a mobile variant, which is tied into the main game. So it looks like they're trying to make it so you can play it from both PC and mobile. So I put my hat in for the mobile, but they're only picking certain phones, from what I understand. So there is a chance that my mobile phone's 2 generations out because it's a Pixel 6 Pro. So it's basically 2 generations old. I got it literally just before the 7 came out. But when I found that out at the same time I was buying it, I was like, well, I had an offer at a time to get a Chromebook so I can play about one, and I have used it, like going on holiday with it instead of my big laptop because I didn't really need my big laptop. So it has been worthwhile. Why are you still showing fucking differently? So I didn't see it because you're. Why that icon's broken? But I put my name in the hat for the Disney mobile variant. So if it goes to mobile, technically, I could be able to play it on my Chromebook as well. So straight extra testing. Depends on how it's. To be honest, it'll probably a side loaded app to be installed initially. Yeah, but we'll see. I just went, you know what, I might as well. It's for testing purposes. I will test. I will attempt to break it. Not feeling the greatest. Yeah. It's not been a weird day, as one of my mates asked earlier on today, but it's been an alright day. It's just been a bit drained because the cat decided to be a dick overnight. Twice. For some odd reason, she took issue with a bag existing. She decided she was attacking it as if it was an object that she was trying to murder or play with. For cats, I think those are the same thing anyway. But it was like batting it, darting away, darting in, batting it again. I mean, like not like bat. It was like boom bats. Like it was trying to knock it the fuck out. And it's like it's a plastic bag. Why are you fucking attacking it? And this was at 1 o'clock this morning. she decided to go for a repeat performance stream theme 4 this morning with another bag she found lying in the room. Fucking hell. So, that would disrupted sleep last night. So, my energy's a bit low today. Boom, boom. You heard that was Georgie. So, might not be on the longest tonight. So, mainly going to finish off the ad is on just now. So, mainly going to finishing off the current mask I was playing a bit with last week. And I wait for this ad to run out in 20 seconds. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I'm pressing this button. Yeah, I do. I have another idea I need to get in my head, but I can't word it properly. And when I can't word it properly, it annoys me. It also makes the idea harder to get fucking out of my head. Sometimes if an idea doesn't get out of my head the right way, it'll keep recurring for like months upon months on end. So, I need to get out of my head. Body way. Decodable. I don't know, I don't care. Yeah. I put myself back in the art category because my little test in Warhammer didn't do much, but I'd rather be painting Warhammer next time I try that category. I should be soonish. I just need to dig out all the miniatures for the little challenge me and my mod have got going on. Oh, that's clear. The only thing I haven't done is pointed the camera down over there and started shifting video from that to here. The only two things I have not done. Nothing else is done. I need a glove as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Anything else? Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. No. Hey. Cool. Do 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 do. Nothing else. Anyone else? Cool, 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 cool. Cool. Right. Just double checking there's nothing else I need. Because there is one thing I need to start looking for is how I'm going to heat up a 3D enclosure once I start printing. So the current thing that's on print, and it does say, yeah, hammer body. So yeah, it is a hammer. It's kind of something that's going as a trophy. This was the first one. It's still supported. It's still one ready to be busted out of its supports and everything like that. It's over there. 26-hour print. The first one only failed because I mis-eyeballed the amount of filament was in the reel. It was the end of a roll, so I was like, it looks like it's enough to wake up in the morning. Turns out it wasn't by it. Which led me to have the hassle of having to partly dismantle my printer to get the filament out of the boarding tube. So that was a fun Monday. That wasn't a fun Monday. That was a fun Tuesday morning. But that was like I was working at like 7 a.m. because I wanted to get a print on again because there's no great rush for the item, but I just want to get them as soon as they're printed. It means I can airbrush, get them undercoated, and get them back. And if I time it right, the mask I'm currently working on. And well, with the airbrush, actually fully set back up again, because currently I've just got the table up, will mean that the varnish on that mask. But I don't know if I want to shade wash the mask or not. That's a thought for a different day. Or at least later today, at the earliest. Once I chase up all the metal and make sure it's all looking clean, Oh god. Tired. Definitely doing a shredded tomorrow night. Won't be going, well, I can go up to midnight, but I'll probably finish about 11 tomorrow night. But we'll get Inshredded back on deck. Next Tuesday we'll probably kill off the rest of the Horde and Days Gone, and we'll get a different game on deck for that. Slut. I don't. Why you being icky? I can remember it's a good queen game. Who's icky? I'm trying to remember when I bought this mouse. Going to go for a while. Again, definitely don't buy a new mouse until it's really done. Yeah. Anyway, let's shimmy. If I press that button, you'll go over there and see two black screens because I haven't loaded up everyone that needs to be loaded up over here. So you should be able to hear me. And nothing else just now. Decap you. Ooh. There's something. That's high definition. 4K camera. I don't need to show up in 4K. Yeah, I do. Right. Over here, if I hit this, your camera. Start. There. Boom. That sorts that out. And so I've got the chat over here. I pull you out there, do that. And that should sort that out. I need to see the video because that's a bit delayed. Okay. So that's that. So bit of the road. And then that part should be good. Sorry. Yay, guess what? Put in the way. But I have a vision for just jumping up there and saying, nah, flying. Bada. Hands are blue. Beware there for you. What you seen just now, apart from that. A little snapshot picture for my announcement is showing my glove pen. Clear alert. Clear alert. No. Definitely not going to be the longest stream tonight. Oh, bloody hell. See on screen. Yeah, in case any special buttons, I'll open this for you. Right. Well, that's loading. I need to start finding brushes. Smaller and 00. That they sound both sensible. Let's try. Okay, this. Do 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 do. Let's get the smallest one to go. Smaller toothbrushes because this is all going to be fine one. Use up what was left in the wet bulb, but apparently there's not enough there to be constitute anything. That much. Do, 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 do. Helldivers 2 actually did jump in for a quick run tonight, but only the one jump drop. A bit slow and everything. Basically, I'm not in the wasn't in the mood for multiple runs. Just jumped in. Nearly level 21 and suddenly more requisition points. Always need more now. Ow. Just bounce my head off the camera. suppose this would have been finished in some labour streams, but shit kind of got in the way. We've got a couple of paper things. Up and up. And moment of the board. Real time music on for you guys because I'm going to be concentrating a lot here to sort of not making many mistakes. Just running around to put this blue. Not that there's many folk tuned in, as per normal. In a sense, there is a viewer, but they must be, you know, in Lurky Space, not just Lurky Space, off the username list, Lurky Space. Where's the one I'm looking for? Where are you? Oh, you're not at. You're not. Did I close that window? I did. No, the last time I didn't go there it was pretzel. I'm like, where did I go last time? Because it all worked. Yeah, sure. There you go. Music for you guys. Just it was something. Just as I say, there's a chance I'll be concentrating a bit too much where I'm ending up holding my breath and not talking. Which isn't perfect either. Ow. That'd be the camera again. Please don't headbutt it. That's a little long. Really carnival. Can't see what games will be out next month that I had an interest in, but one of the lists I've seen showed no games of interest actually. I'm still considering strongly picking up a Baldur's Gate 3 something like that. Kind of a game I do want to play through since I'm playing D&D. But I'm no rush and probably wait till it actually goes on sale. Give me a few pennies. In that point. I should. Yes, you do. Not that the end, something somewhere. Da da da. Ba da da. These are bigger, longer squiggles. I think it's a case of pick a squiggle and go with it. Do both sides, then move on to the next. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Beep, beep, beep. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Hold it longitudes away just to get it properly done. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Space isn't no longer be seen properly unless you're looking at the math. We are looking at it, but hey. I know it's not done. Right, here, 7-1. Oh yeah. Good on that. I'll be rough in a half. I went from yawning a lot before I started pain to I seem to be majorly focusing not leave it drain, but most of my energy is like, yeah, I'm gonna focus and get this done. Wait, no, not. There's that dog. Can't trust my flies. Do 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 do. Oh, what is it? Back here. I have a ping. It's for ping. Not the ping I was looking for. Not the ping I was looking for. So many squirrels. I have to do punishments like this. There was an original idea for this mask. That idea fizzled out. It might still re-happen. It's not as if I can only print this mask once. I can reprint it as many fucking times as I want. Now whether it would be better on resin is a different idea, because I actually printed this and the other mask over a year ago now. For a potential idea, but I also wanted to see if I could print them decently on the good old plastic printer at the time. Because like this printing, I think it was something like that for the whole print. So going by the layer lines, it probably was. But I've been kind of pushing before I got my resin printer. What could be printed decently within reason, but looking absurd, because obviously there's like miniatures of print. The few miniatures are printed on plastic instead of resin. I upscaled them a wee bit to be more suitable. It turned out fine for the settings I had at the time. Settings are a bit more refined now. Not by much, but enough. And layer lines are not like the end all or be all of the printing world, to be honest. If it ruins detail, yes, it can be a problem, but that means you're not printing in the right sense if it's ruining detail. So this big flat area, if that was just smooth and I hit it with a wash, the wash is going to be a bit bland. It's not going to have any texture points, really. You kind of hang on to, because if it's an absolute smooth surface, that a resin printer can get quite close to being super smooth, depending, because it's a finer layer line. Overall, the original idea this was all going to be very light colours, not my red and black. I don't say red and black, it's red and purple. Yeah, my brain's not 100%. Wait, my brain's never 100 fucking percent. I think I'm usually running about 75% capacity. I think just now I'm probably running about 30% of normal logic, the rest is all on painting. I was even looking at the colour when I said it, and it's like, yeah, that's not black. I'm looking at this now, it's purple. Yeah, the original idea was this going to be quite a lot lighter colour, not this darkish purple, darkish red. Okay. Ideas and plans fizzle out, but the real objective at the time was to, because the plague mask looking one mask is multi-parted, So like the nose section was separate, all the bits were separate, so I had to then glue them all together. And that was slightly arduous. Because the glue was not complying some of the times. I don't know if we should get the kind of glue. There's paley glue paint glue kicking about for plastic prints. I don't know if it would be slightly better than super glue, but it also might be smellier, more chemically. The only downside I see about this mask is the fact that there's no like anchor point for like string or ribbon or anything like that. Whereas the plague mask has that idea. It's like it's geared up to be that way. It's got three little loops to the side of the head, one at the top, and then it's got two kind of nubs towards the bottom, as if you wanted to make it look like a proper plague mask from the era they came from. Was the Victorian era? In the bygone age that they existed or they were invented, obviously they had to be strapped on and not fall off and have no gap because they were meant to breathe through the nose of the mask through herbs and that because of the plague at the time. It was probably slightly close to some of the face masks folk were wearing for COVID instead of wearing the kind of medically rated ones at the time. Probably smelled better, to be honest. There's a company that does 3D prints. Like the scale of their prints is like Iron Man armor sets you can buy, as in the full design for a full size Iron Man suit. It's like, kind of like the idea of it, no space for it. Funds, it's not that, they weren't, I can't remember what's up to my head. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't like super expensive because the time and material is your side. But some of them have, there's some nice weapon choices in some of them. They've also got like the Destiny 2 weapons. Some of the pistols that are out of Destiny 2 are absolutely fucking fabulous looking, design wise. I actually re-looked up the site where I got the original masks I printed for during COVID from me, my two mates and a friend down south, and painted up that I wore instead of a normal mask for going to the shop and all that. That company's still running around and they're still doing, which blatantly looks like copywriting for anything, to be honest, but hey, if they haven't been shut down, nobody's cared. Right on that point. Because I was kind of looking for another helmet print that I kind of like. So I've kind of fancied another helmet like that one, although I didn't wear that one. That one's tight, to be honest. I was considering doing it as a Twitch reward. Sorry, a channel point redemption of some kind. And I mean, it wouldn't be cheap, to be honest. If I was putting on something like that for half an hour or so, the amount of points you need to be high. I know my mod's already probably got that amount of points because he's been in my channel since forever. Since the in Twitch channel points turned on. So I'm still kind of annoyed that Twitch doesn't have the facility for me to check how much points do all my users have. like my Phantom bot has for the channel points it's given out. I've got a list of everyone who has channel points in my channel. I can give them points. I can nuke their points. Like, see, to be honest, not that it's not going to be too unfair in the long run, because I can just beat him if I really wanted to. If by chance, as a streamer, I suddenly became big and popular, and I've wanted to go, right, I'm not going to give an unfair advantage. I know they've been there forever. I'll give them a chance to redeem them quickly, but I want to do a great points reset, level the playing field. But I can't do that on Twitch. Onto their system, you earn a channel point. It's yours for the rest of the time, irrespectively, unless the channel deletes itself. Kind of okayish, but still. It's like, if I open up a poll, and there's 100 viewers, and my mod here who wants to basically go, I'm just going to fuck up the, and I've opened up for channel points can be redeemed to boost the poll, and he could just go I veto everybody. Which is a bit shitty, because it may not, I know he wouldn't do it, to be honest. He is a good mate, so. It kind of leaves a strange thing that you don't have full control over it. I should open up my Phantom, check my Phantom bot panel to see how many channel points he's got in there. He's got a ridiculous amount. Still doesn't have enough to beat my bot for Star, because I gifted him a ton of points for testing purposes at one point. Can't remember what was testing, but I gave him a fuck ton of points. Yeah, dude, I don't think it's your weirdest day, I think it's your weirdest week, to be honest. But as long as you're better is the main thing, because what you message in the WhatsApp group shouldn't. Should hopefully they get the bomb of it, because I've had that before where, well, maybe as I said, the other night, actually last night to be honest, or you mentioned about your little I have a mild viral infection. Yeah, because on how shitty the weather has been recently, because you do public transport to work as well, to and from work, I'm not overly surprised. It's just shitty how it's hurt you. Random infections, no matter the source, are shitty. Also when they hit weirdly, because like the way you were talking, you didn't feel like you were ill, but you just went down. It was like, well, that's not normal reaction to that type of shit, but something they never ever figured out how I lost my disc in my back, to be honest, or what was in my back. They just went, it looks like an infection, it's normally a skin condition. Go into your system, settled in my back, and between it and the antibiotics I was on the time. What? fucking spinal disc do you have in that location anymore? Because we don't see one anymore. Human body. It's great in a fucking shitty fucking thing in the same fucking breath. Yeah, the hospital visits are never funded. But the last time I was there, which was, to be honest, over a year ago now, A&E was, the seating room area in the A&E was absolutely empty. And it still took, I think, about an hour before I got moved from the seating bit to the main bit, and then going through all the shenanigans I was going through at the time. I was like, fucking hell. Now, I didn't just turn up at A&E either. That was a phone 112, and they sent an ambulance out to check me out. And they asked if you want this checked out at hospital, because there's a, well, might as well, so this has been the second incident of it at the time. So but yeah, hospital visits are not fun. And again, they're not meant to be fun. Some of that all on TikTok, they've randomly been in hospital recently for their gallbladder. And I think they're getting it removed. So it's like, seems to be the season for hospitals. Yeah, can stay away from me. So, to be honest, this year, one thing has been very different about me and the cold air for the, well, I don't know how many years, probably for the past decade. As soon as the temperature drops below a certain temperature, normally I'd get a stuffed up nose and feel like I basically had a cold when I didn't have a cold. I'd be coughing, spluttering, throat would be sore. I had spoke to the doctor and says that they can't do anything about it because that's just a seasonal thing, and there's nothing they can do about it. But this year, that hasn't happened. Because normally I'm eating lockets like they're going out of fashion. This year it's like, yeah, I'm not contributing to stock price of lockets for a change. I haven't actually bought a pack of lockets since last winter. As I mean, the beginning of 2023. So my body is something. Oh, I do need to go visit between a doctor and a dentist. I need to get an appointment with both. For nothing disaster with. For the dentist, it's obvious I need to get work done on my teeth. I'm kind of missing one. Well, I'm missing a good chunk of a tooth. Half of another tooth. A quarter of another tooth. So yeah, my teeth are in a shit state, to be honest. But then again, that stuff's like 3 years ago during COVID, and I just haven't been to the dentist. So I kind of need to get that bit sorted out. And it's probably going to cost me. Maybe this, well, I need to move down to dentist anyway because I'm in a different town. I ain't travelling over an hour, nearly an hour to get to the dentist. What's that for a game of soldiers? Pardon? Don't make noise, lap printer. No, here comes the ad. 40 seconds. As the message will say shortly, it's a minimum of 30 seconds. I cannot set it any lower than that. Every hour for 30 seconds. Oh, I cannot. It'll be interesting in how the plague mask is going to get painted up. I've got two schemes, and I have a choice. Personally, I say it's definitively they want that scheme. Or, I'm tempted if they say, surprise me, none of those colours were used. Then that means I need to make a whole fucking hopbodge paint scheme for it. But that's possible. That just means pick random colours and go with it. Big mask open next week while I sort out my tow for the challenge. Oh, the ad started. Finally kicked in. Ow. That's the bloody hitting the button in the camera every so often. So if you see that little jolt with that, that's me going dunk. Giving the camera a little bit of a Glasgow kiss. Oh yeah, really useful. Did you see all the madness about that event in Glasgow? The Willy Wonka thing? Kind of been all over the place in the past few days. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. This isn't quite, but that's 10 normally. We can 10 normally. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh. Ages are going to need a lot of rework, but I'm having to. I need to place the miniature down then again so it's actually. I'm sure this is a. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. So I've got enough contact points so it doesn't just sway about. Also trying not to bring you back too much while doing this. Enjoy the lean forward while doing this. My mind is, it hasn't wandered much over painting, but it's building more on the idea of what you get in my head, on its own accord of how to patch stuff and move stuff. Stop overworking yourself. Focus on the current, not the potential future. That's a nighttime. That's a bedtime tap. Ponder the future. Like that. Why are you sticking? I'm making a mark there though. That's one thing I'm holding a lot recently. You might need to do a wee touch up on the purple there. It seems even though I've got a glove on, I'm still leaving marks in a way. Maybe because of the formed bridges and it's been a bit abrasive. The valve's not been perfect for me this time, so I need to move away from that side of the map basically. I've been holding onto the purple side too long. It's time to abuse the red a little bit. So there's definitely some purple face up. Spots where it's not decent enough. And here with some red that could be done. Probably again, yeah. Looks better without the stray white lines and everything solidly defined. So I have got a temptation of putting, instead of just a general wash over the whole thing like nail oil, is I do have a red wash, do have a purple wash, and do this to their own shade. How it pulls is going to be odd because it's large open areas and you're going to need a lot of it, so it is going to be one of those moments of how do I do this without making it look shitty. And to be honest, the only way to screw up a shade slash wash coat is dumping like gallons of the stuff on, or bitting it type scenario, which I would never do. Plus, I would need a vat of shade to dip this. It's a bit in the big. It's no a Warhammer mini where I can just go, ah yes, I will just dip it handily in this little pot to give it the shade and not worry about it and let it drip dry. And then instantly get hunted on the We're doing such blasphemy. Oh, wait, didn't come for me when I done my government. I didn't really come for that once. I just moaned. Why? Because I can. I was taking brush for that when it happens. Oh, pardon. There's also another quick print I'm going to do before I do the enclosure print. One of the places I was nosing at I hadn't been to the site for, to be honest, years. Gambody. They do their own 3D prints and also let other folks sell through them. Their marketplace type place. Gonna link it in a minute. That quickly. It's painting solidly for nearly an hour, so I'm going to give myself a quick beaver break. That's my juice ran out. You punch it out. I don't know that was. Get the left juice out. But the company's giving away the 3D prints again. It's just a quick, simple one, to be honest. 3D print folder. Folder. For free, the idea is not that bad, to be honest. That. Share to you. So, Easter eggs. 3D printed Easter eggs. One's a dragon egg, so that's obviously tied into Game of Thrones type things, or just fantasy in general, like Aragon and other dragon-based fantasy out there. Exomorph egg is there, as well as which is obviously a reference to baby Yoda, an egg with ears that look like Yoda ears. There is a fourth egg there, but I'm not 100% sure. It just looks like a sci-fi egg. No, it's an Imperial egg. So Star Wars. More Star Wars actually when you think of it. That's 2 Star Wars items and then 2 randoms. So that's got plastic and resin printable copies. And I'm like, the 4 stand looks kind of interesting. That was kind of... When is Easter this year? What's the exact date of Easter? It's one thing I've never... Because I get... Because the week off in the end of March, I happened to pick the week that's got the bank holiday in it on the Friday, so I need to take one less day holiday that week. But I'm also using my last days of leave from last year that week as well, so I'm literally only taking 3 of this year's leave that week. I'm like, hey! But I make up for it elsewhere. I'm in here because, unfortunately, because of my role, so Easter Sunday is the last day, it's the 31st of March. So I'm off the week leading up to. But I'm kind of tempted to quickly try and print out a couple of those eggs and leave them at the office when while I go off on holiday, and let them go. What the fuck did they turn up from? Right moment. It's still grabbing. Yeah, we should still be grabbing up there. That's an obvious mistake. Yeah. Stop wiggling. That paint should be slightly smoother. I've been in the wet palette even for a week, but as long as it actually applies, yeah, it goes down decently, it's not fun. To be honest, being a little bit thicker from the palette might be a good thing because it's covering up a small area quite quickly. It's in the same state, to be honest. Yeah. So print out maybe for the dragon egg it would be easy because that one I could undercoat and then spray certain colours because I still do have. Is it? I don't know where it's at, to be honest. Actually, I have to move those pots down. I don't know where I put them. But I have a couple of colours. Suppose a gold, a silver, and a bronze of those dragon eggs wouldn't be amiss because the dragon scale eggs. What colour is a dragon egg? The colour of your imagination. We'll go for octarine, since as that's a made up colour from Terry Pratchett. Because no one can describe octarine properly. But that's by design. Not just a colour, it's a magic at the same time. The Xeno egg could be easy as well because that one would be simply undercoated and then, to be honest, what colour are the aliens eggs? To be honest. Other eggs. I think they're dark brown. And then I look at pictures and it's like, here, have a variety of ways of doing this. We've got a medium brown to a dark brown, almost black. I think the main theme is being icky looking, to be honest. Because it's not open, it's different, but so in some places that's kind of a greyish. So basically, I would have to probably find a copy of it from one of the movies and go, what colour are you supposed to fucking be? But if I remember, I think they're kind of a brownish, maybe even a brownish green colour. To be honest, it was meant to be an odd colour. It's a fucking alien thing. I need to scour YouTube a lot and go Facebook or X and see what YouTube pops up with it, to be honest, and see what the movie looks like, rather than random iterations of I don't know if there's a voice
The
line.
homomorph is
Don't. I don't. I don't concept that. Nope. I need to do a lot more research now. But to be honest, any colour pick is going to be somewhat alright. To be honest. And you need to remember the actual scene they turned up, because all this are all going into concept or things that have been painted type thing for the initial hits. Let's get back to what we were doing. But yeah. Again, the thing is that I've got the choice of how I print them. Well, technically I've got the choice. The only problem is the resin printer is currently in a cold lock, which is under the temperature range of resin. The resin printer can print at that temperature. The only thing it says is exposure times might need to swap, which means tweaking, which is annoying. So I have two options. I can just 3D print them on my normal PLA printer, which, to be honest, for the Dragon Egg, except for the sleekness of the Imperial Egg, would work fine. Can kind of get away from the Imperial Egg if I sand it down. Type thing. Actually sanding it for a change, print it for a change, and even then it might not be too bad depending on how it looks, because my layer lines, now I print the same for the busts I've done, so my refinement for my 3D printer was mainly for some busts I was printing at the time. So I'm at, I think it's 0.12 millimeter layers I do of a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. So I'm printing, layer line wise I'm printing very fine. So for like the hammer I'm printing just now, it doesn't really need that layer that's refined layer lines, because like this was a misprint because I ran out of filament. I kind of mistimed waking up in the morning. I thought there was enough filament in the printer for me waking up to. So as you can see, the lines are, I don't know how well that shows on camera, to be honest. Maybe with the light lines on it you'll see it a bit better. They're quite fine lines, and to be honest, I could have done it like 0.2 or 0.25 layer lines, but to me, to be honest, because you probably see it a little bit right here, it looked too rough and would need sanded at that point for my case. So leaving it at that layer line for every print is kind of not too bad. Yes, it means more layers. Yes, it means more time on the printer, but the finished result looks fucking decent. And requires like that was printed at the same layer line level. This is getting a bit scuffed. So that's my plasma crystal, because it's been dumped in a box. I printed that at the same layer line level. I didn't change it for that print because it meant, do I need to do a lot of extra work with it if I do change it? Possibly. So I just left it and it looks alright. For photos and that, looks okay. From normal viewing distance, looks okay. From I'm inspecting it closely to see if there is anything different about this, yes, you'll see the layer lines, but at that range, does it matter? Any great schema things? There's one piece of plastic we need to stick to my brush. Like this mask, at normal viewing distance, to be honest, you kind of notice the lines a little, but it doesn't distract from what the mask gives. Because like your viewing distance there, I don't even think you can. Well, I'm looking at this silly little preview, so I'm not going to see it through the preview. Let's see about the big picture. Ba ba ba. You press that. That's my channel. Audio should be off, so I don't get double audio for you guys. On that focus there, you notice that a little bit. There's some line. It's not like a perfect. Not a perfect. Like smooth surface, but it doesn't need to be. So what this is. And that's why I'm not too bad with layer lines, because some things can add a bit of character. That's what someone was saying when I posted it in our group. I went, here's, I've just recently been painting this. Still a bit of work to do. Finish it off. And the person was like, did you sand it? I was like, nah. No need to. Layer lines can sometimes, especially in big flat areas where there's nothing going on, can allow for a bit of texture. Especially if I'm going to use a shade. Which I'm thinking, at this point in time I'm thinking, yeah, I should. Overall. What I find that helps for certain things. Like those, both the bolt pistol and plasma pistol printed it. If they had just been 100% smooth and all that, the shade would need to then be detected by me on where it is. And to be honest, when you look at big flat panels of any metalwork, there's going to be slight bevels, slight indentations, something that's going to distract. Now the only time it doesn't really show up in too much is obviously with cars. We try to make sure that doesn't show up as well. But they're machined to the highest tolerances in that way, because they put generally a very glossy paint on cars. And as soon as glossy paint and light interacts, you can see everything distorted in the light when the light hits it. So you can kind of spot it very easily. Good thing if you are actually looking for damage, to be honest. But, like, I've handled weapons before because I was in the military. And yes, they look flat and smooth, but not perfectly flat, as in there's no little valleys and that. Some of them are bumped and nudged and not fresh out of the factory anymore. The only part of a firearm that's machined to the highest perfection is the bits that interact with the fucking bullet. Maybe not the magazine as much, because some things that are not as robust or durable as they really should be. But then again, they're cheap to make, so like the barrel, the gas return system, they're milled to perfection. Because that's the thing that makes the thing work. When it comes to the general body, if it's not a contact point or a smooth point, it might not be as smooth as it should have been. It could have maybe done a wee bit better. Now, there'll be some manufacturers out there that will do it anyway because they get pride of place, or they're making it silver or chrome where it's more noticeable. But yeah. So I like having the extra texture and smooth surfaces just for shades to play about there. and it doesn't mean me throwing in a place to make. I want the shade to be there. The paint design. Then I can go, well, the texture of the surface went, I'm here. I went, okay, I'm not going to argue with you. Yes, I'm just rabbiting on. Because, I have nothing else to do just now but rabbit on. Ramble, 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 ramble. I'm not sure what music's playing, so I haven't put on my headset. So I can't hear our alerts or anything like that. I think my nipple could tune down just now, to be honest. Any little bullets hiding? No little bullets hiding. Do 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 do. My mind is having an idle conversation with itself. Mainly about the paint scheme for the plague mask. Since I've got the choice of 2, which can turn into 3. Nope, why happened? My Discord is pinging. Nope. There's an important ping, nope. Will it be shot? Who dares ping die? Okay, that's a ping I didn't expect to see. Paint my brush. And I'll go on from this side. Ain't this this? Go obvious mint paint. Now for the plague mask, since I've got 2, I'm tempted to do the half and half. So half one side's one colour scheme and half side's the other colour scheme. Not as simple as this, to be honest, because one of the paint schemes, I'm not going to say that one because there's a few folk will know instantly what I'm talking about. I don't want to say their name until it's complete, basically. Leave people guessing they don't know anything about the project, really. That I kind of gave myself. One of the colour schemes, because it's a generic one, is the hazard stripes. And it's like, yellow, the greenish colour, but I need to actually double check. I don't know if I have yellows. But trying to do hazard stripes in a miniature or 40k miniature is different from doing it on something with surface area. So it can actually build up layers better and with a bit more precision, potentially. It could all go fucking shitty as well, like any project of painting. It's like, I think I've got a handle on this, and then it's like, yeah, that looks completely botched now because I don't know what happened, but I'm sure I did it the way I thought it did. It's more, it'll be defining the line. Now the thing's already painted black, so undercoated black, so I'm already potentially at a slight disadvantage for that, but that's where Gracie comes in, because Gracie is my saving grace when it comes to I need to paint a brighter colour on black, and it goes over black quite well, so I'm not too hampered that way, so I'm not too worried in that sense. But doing half of it that as to the whole thing, opposed to the whole thing, which would be right, but I don't know. There's some things that would need to change. Pack out some detail. Because the mask looks like it's leatherwork. Basically, it's designed that way. So, but doing it half that and half the other colour scheme is intriguing. That's all right. The other option is if they say painter's choice, if they can't decide, or they don't pick one, is I just go something off the cuff, a couple of colours picked from the few I've got up there, and in this very few, quite a few. Not like I have a dozen paints, it's like, how many different shades of fucking blue have I got up there? Type thing. As well as shades of red and orange. There's a couple of pinks in there somewhere. But it's screamer pink, so it's not a pink, it's a dark pink. So it's like, My brain is currently flailing about a wee bit with paint scheme ideas. Somehow I thought pink and orange would go together in some way. I don't think I've got the right colour pink for to go with orange. But it depends on how solidly one colour is compared to the other one at the same time, so... My head can come up with weird combos. I've had weird paint combos work. Because without looking up a chart and that, I've kind of somehow always been able to pick a somewhat complementary colour. It may not be the exactly best shade or colour, but it works. It's not like it's completely doesn't work kind of thing. I was trying to think of an example of a bad combo, and I can't think of a bad combo, to be honest, off the top of my head. Two colours. Yeah. Actually, you could reach out to someone as well, because I have a funny feeling they have the talents I need to. So I need to convert a PNG to an SVG, but the all conversion picks up some artifacts that aren't in there, because I tried to nuke the background out of it as much as possible before I put it's a stylized letter for a logo. And I want to make it into something 3D printable. Semi-related to an ERG at work. We have a gaming one. It doesn't have much of a footprint overall, to be honest, because although, yes, there's probably plenty of gamers in my work, a lot of them might not want to show their nerd card, so to speak. Or at least their gamer card. So they don't have the greatest footprint compared to some of the other ones, but even then, on my site, the ERGs are a bit. They exist. It's just there's not a lot of update from what I see sometimes. Like one of them is having an event in the near future, but it's like the day after the important site visit, and I'm like going into the office back to back. Yeah, no, I don't have to. I'm not going to. If they had picked a better week, then again that date was probably pre-planned before the official visit was posted. Okay, bring up paint. They wouldn't have clashed as harshly, but. I'm complying with going into the office once a week just now because that's what the team I'm working with is doing. So I'm going to follow their lead just now until I can get myself flagged fully remote again and go from there. Because that team is basically, they're trying to get into the habit of going into the office, so they've decided to go in once a week just now. They had to pick Friday though. Don't know why they picked Friday. Personally, I'd have picked a day that wasn't it, but some of them have like tons of calls on a Thursday, so they don't want. To be honest, what's the point of being in the office if they're going to be stuck in a headset all day because of back-to-back calls? It's like, I get the point. But 2 of the days in the office are kind of still held solely for sales for parking. Because for some odd reason, some of the sales decided that the sales team will be in the office 3 days a week when they didn't have to. So because of that, they got 2 days earmarked for them to be the car parks only for the sales teams to use because we only have so many spaces. Not that the building's full of occupants and or car parking use, but hey, they only want to spend for payout for X amount of. That's back to the hybrid back to work model is itself being a pain in its butt because apparently they're trying to guesstimate how many parking spaces they need before they even get an official number of how many folk are want to be hybrid. So it's like, well, why are you turning this into a chicken and egg scenario when you can just wait patiently scenario? Is basically the kind of thought on that. But they're eager. And obviously they don't want to spend more money than they have to. Because they're a business. And public transport anyway, so it doesn't overly affect me unless I sort out my driver license and actually start driving to the work office instead. Which, to be honest, is slightly tempting. I'm just worried about the fucking cost of insurance. If it was bad for my wife, who's been driving for quite a number of years now, continuously, and obviously has no claims, one doesn't know that shenanigans. To me, who will be just getting their driver's license back again after a ban, I wonder how much my insurance will be, regardless of my fucking age. I hope my age will help with that, to be honest. I'm not a young fellow anymore. The ripe old age of 43. I'm fucking old. 44 this year. Works funky. But I'm happily working with the L3 one just now, so the lowly joys of the L1. And that job, I don't know. To be honest, I need to actually look for something permanent at the L3 layer, to be honest. Because the way they're pushing their tools and AI assistedness these days, they actually want AI to listen in on our calls soon. Apparently it's roadmark at some point. Hopefully I have not been given a timeline. But the AI will be listening to the call and give us suggestions while we are trying to troubleshoot the problem with a program they wanted to use, which also uses machine learning. So at some point they're not going to need me or any human. So eventually it will be I'm out of a job because the tools got so good. At some point the tools are going to be that good they won't even need a degree to get hired. And that's where the tools seem to be aimed for. So they can take any school leaver to do the job. To be honest, what I do is just go it's a call centre with extra technical difficulties. In essence, although I know one of my managers would absolutely scream at me saying, "We're not a call centre, we're a contact centre, because they call a lot." But okay. But there's other companies that have basically their own like customer services and they just call it a call centre. Because guess what? They take calls and they're in a centre. And most of them are not cold calling. Like even in that building we're in, there used to be Sky and a few other companies that had basically their customer services in there, so they just called it a call centre. And they weren't exactly really different. And with the way the tools are going in the same, we have to basically run off them verbatim recently. We're going to lose we don't use scripts for our level of support because basically we're reading off a fucking script because we've defaulted that chat verbatimly. I'll follow the tool verbatimly. It's like, I get you don't want us to make a mistake, but the balance point's kind of coming toward it's going to be like we're reading off a fucking script. So, yeah. Even our L2s are a bit in that boat as well, just now as well, so. But it's not going to be in the. Well, it might be within the next 4 or 5 years, maybe, but not in the next 1 or 2. But I've kind of always been on the lookout for another job anyway. If I get a job more local to me that's in the field I want to be in, then I'll go for that. Yeah, the world of AI's coming. It's going to kick its own fucking teeth in its own way. And what job line or company you're with. Although if I do a shade on these things, that's what color? What shade goes in there? Do I have a blue shade? I think I've got a light shade. In that sense. This is more or less done, except for hunting down of little discrepancies and doodads and thingy-bobs. Get very technical with the doodads and the thingy-bobs here. That looks odd, so I'm just going to quickly give it a bit of kind of big my finger marks. I'm so glad the center line down the nose is still looking close and spot on straight. As close as I'm going to get without being very nitpicky and going back and forth a lot. And I'm instantly remembered of the song doing that from Dr. Steel from Place Shoulders. He has a song called Back and Forth, and the start goes off back and forth and then side to side. There's a few stray spots where I just need to basically go over it slowly and go, I could add a little bit of colour here, a little bit of colour there. But otherwise, I think that's looking good. What do you guys think? Oh, it's going to be 2 hours, but I might start the other thing just now. And I think cognitive functions are going to be a bit soon. My head is, even though I've been trying to ramble to keep at least volume going as long as I can use it. My head is a bit let's see it on this screen. Just so I can see it on the ruler size. It's looking better. I think some of the looking better. Under that. Still a wee bit. Yeah. It wasn't great. But that's just going to be slightly the size of it because I was using brush a certain way. There's going to be edges of the layer lines that don't quite have as much paint, so it's not going to show up as well. But I think I'm going to give up now, to be honest. And prep everything for Sunday. In that sense, so quite short stream tonight. That's it. To be honest, so many models on my desk I actually need to, between paint and yeah, the 2 sets of Gaunt's Ghosts there to do still as well. The old set and the new set. They also have hail-free layers of dust on them. Yeah. Lights annoy me as well. I think because I'm grained a bit, my usual I can tolerate light for quite a while is not there. Let's press that one. Oh. Up. That's slightly lower than the rest. It sometimes catches me on it. It's just like, and the chair doesn't go forward anymore. My body's going to go. Pretzel, you're next. You're off for the night. You done alright. Somebody's stealing you. For a night again. Head. Ugh, it's blah. Who's doing what? Who's doing what on Twitch? And do you know what? I'll leave you to your own devices. Like, that's getting snoozed. Not having an ad right this fucking second. You can go fuck yourself. Eh, eh. You know what? You're all old enough and dumb enough to think your preferred viewing on a Wednesday and not everyone's cup of tea in the first place. Yeah, I don't want to read him again because I'm yanging on that streamer just now because their comments about some stuff recently is kind of irked me again. Some streamers I go off because the way they talk. Probably some folk off me for the same reason. But there's, although I think I've helped hammer out one of the streamers where they were like broadly generalizing stuff, and it's like stop being so because I don't do it, I dislike it in that way. Because one of the comments once before was which they were saying you should never look at your phone during a stream while you're streaming. It's like I actually put my hand up and went, dude, I use it because leaning forward, looking down, looking at the screen to see chat moving isn't always convenient, especially when I'm over that desk because the monitors sit higher than these ones in front of me just now. These are like at the right height. Those ones are quite at the right height, but I've got a lot more lower vision, so when I'm down, I can still see that chat ping up, kind of thing. So for a time, I was using my mobile phone with the Twitch chat open, and it's like I use my phone to view my Twitch chat while I'm leaning forward painting, so I don't have to keep popping up my head. You probably noticed I was popping my head up a lot over there, because I'm not doing that anymore. My chat's not active enough for me to be worried about it, to be honest. I can miss a message for a minute and look up and it will still be relevant. It's not like it's scrolled up like Balance's chat where it's like, yeah, that message was only 2 minutes ago and it's already scrolled up by 50 messages. It's like, what the fuck are you been talking about and having to scroll back up and catch up kind of thing? I don't have to worry about that, and I've never had to worry about that, but initially it was. Just coming! And my dinner's ready. So things like that where it's like there is not so much exception, it's just a case of it could be a part of their normal working setup, especially the way folk paint as well. They do it one way. Every painter you'll find there'll be some similarities, but everyone does their own fucking way. There's a million and one ways to paint. But I shall see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock for Enshrouded. Seeing as Fridays are a bit on the not happening